Hi everybody, it's Daniel again, back here with our fox friend to do a little more stories action.
Ever felt you were just going round in circles? Bernardo felt like that.
So we unfortunately got a little bit of my butt kicked last time, so we're gonna go for some more combat stuff, and hopefully this time we that wizard packed one crazy punch there and wiped us out in a single strike, so I think we gotta make sure we're taking care of those guys first before we fight much further, so hopefully we're not too far back. We're gonna just kind of slash our way through stuff.
If they didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
Clearly it's the person who designed something's fault that I'm smashing it. Now, did we go this way last time? Yeah. Okay. Now this is the ice door. Did we? No, I don't think we went this way last time. But let's go this way anyway, because there's treasure. Ooh, treasure. No elemental thingies, though.
Bernardo had a pretty good idea, actually.
Smashy, smashy, smashy. Yeah, so this whole area, or just the tonal shift is kind of neat. They went this very dark purple tones overall. I was thinking about this game the other day about how it's deceptively large. Like, you look at it and you think this is just going to be a short little story, more or less. But I mean, it's almost 5 gigs worth of content. It's actually got a fairly large amount of stuff going on. And considering that there's so many playthrough possibilities,
From the time of the lost gods.
and like, you wonder, like, you know, like, it's a pretty unique idea to try and sit down and make a game who has a lot of content that people may not actually see. Like I said, we're probably only going to do one playthrough of this. Here's our friend that beat us up last time. Ooh, that worked. That was cool. I think I pulled him into the bird and blew up on him. That's a neat way to kill a guy. So yeah, like, it's a bold choice to kind of make a bunch of content that someone may never ever get played. Like, because we're doing one playthrough, we're probably not going to do 2. Kind of like the idea of keeping it just a one simple story. It's like, you know, to sit and spend all that time making assets and stuff like that is kind of it's risky, right? Like, you don't want to spend money making part of a game that's really good that no one's going to see, and because of that, another part of the game suffers. And therefore, a lot of that stuff doesn't, you know, it's not as good overall. The Witcher 2, because it has such a stark choice halfway through that game, could suffer from that too. Like, although those games are fantastic, they do get better over time. The first one's and they get better, but there's a pretty big shift halfway through that series in which there's a lot of content people never saw.
His joints still hurt, but he couldn't feel the poison in his system.
Ooh, there's that void stuff we need later. But yeah, because those games are so large too, not many people play through them twice to see the other half of that story. And all that content, you have to think that like 50% of man hours, or let's say 25% of the man hours that went into that game, half the audience didn't see. And it's like, the risk there is that you've wasted time on half amount of content people could have enjoyed, or making the current content you did have better. So it's kind of it's got a lot of risk, but it means that you do have, like, if it works out, like in this game I know a lot of people have played through several times, right? So that means that a lot of people got double the amount of content play from this game because they played through more than once, right? So it's kind of like you're risking 25% of the assets to get double the playtime out of a game. So it's like an interesting gamble in that respect, right? And like I said, especially like with The Witcher, with a game that's so large, I'm not sure that's always the best idea, because, like I said, not a lot of people, I think, have played through that game twice. And it's like, maybe they learned that with The Witcher 3, and it's like, we instead just made the content kind of one story, but you're gonna play it all.
The outpost with a song in his heart. Soon he was stuffing his sack with key messages from and to the fleet. One message
So that's all I had to do. We last time died at that one guy. And that's all we missed.
To locate something called Iblis Stone. It was
Iblis Stone,
somewhere
eh?
on a desert island.
Soft desert land, think.
Bad feeling about this. Iblis was the name of one of the lost gods. If the Emperor was diverting ravens to search for it,
Okay. Steal the the Maltese Falcon before anybody else does.
the observatory had been sacked by ravens. Lapino and all the scientists had been taken to the mountains. Why had he trusted Lapino again? And now the Empire had the core.
Now, do we go and save Lapino again?
But their far speaker didn't crouch back. Was the base under attack too?
Now, do we rescue our our bunny friend? Or do we rescue the rebel base? You know what? Let's rescue bunny friend again.
Who knew what was going on at the base? But he knew what the ravens would do to Lapino if Renato didn't rescue him.
I better hope that he doesn't end up like the villain at the end of this. We've rescued him twice and then he ends up being the bad guy. Here we go. Yeah, me and Matt have been doing a bunch of work on the channel. People may have noticed that now we have a bunch of frames for everything. Not that everything's done, but we're getting there. Starting to look like not quite that we're complete scrubs at this. Getting a little bit of a look to the channel. We're liking that so far. We did a lot of work the other day.
No. Logically, wherever they'd taken Lapino was probably where they took the core, right? Oh, why couldn't Lapino have just for once not got himself captured? Was that too much to ask? He shouldn't be too hard on the rabbit. No, he meant well, and he was insanely brave. You have to admire that.
Yeah, I guess you have to admire bravery, even if it ends up with you keep getting captured no matter what.
It was good to practice your moves, thought Renato.
Keep Shalimba. I think we already heard that one. So yeah, I'm worried the combat's gonna get stale. Like, I'm feeling it already a little bit, how there's not enough difference every fight. Maybe we'll see more as we get more baddies in there. The fire dudes kind of changed it a little bit, but more just you're watching for a hazard than actually changing up the way combat flows. Ooh, this is kind of a neat shot. And we can see from that angle a bunch of different ways we're gonna go. We can't go that way. If we go down there, we don't know where these two come. We'll just find out where this one takes us. Into a fight. Alright then. Because this is really starting to feel like this is where I think the biggest failing of the game is. That combat is repetitive. Now, it's not like...
There was an inscription. Praise the sun.
Dark Souls joke. We gotta decide that one day maybe we'll make someone play some Dark Souls on our channel. It's probably gonna be Matt, because I have a little bit of experience and Matt has 0 experience. So we might make Matt play some Dark Souls later. You know, if you've got an idea of which one you'd like to see Matt play, gladly drop that in the comments. I vote for Bloodborne. It's my personal favorite, and you don't need... Not that you need prior knowledge for the other Dark Souls games or Demon Souls or anything like that, but Bloodborne is definitely its own beast, and therefore you don't have to worry about like a lot of stuff in like say let's go with 3, right? Has a little bit more of like nostalgia of like, hey, I know that character. He's standing there, and that's crazy because why is he there? Whereas like Bloodborne, because it has its own things, there's nothing really to like recognize or look back on or miss out on. It's just got its own encapsulated story, and I think it's cooler aesthetic. Not that Dark Souls isn't really cool looking, but I'm a big fan of the Lovecraftian type horror. That stuff's always cool. Ooh. Okay, now we've got a lit brazier and not lit brazier. How do I do this like this?
Please watch. Renato really liked the sound his sword made in the air.
Damn, I thought that was gonna be cool, and we were gonna light some stuff on fire and like maybe open a secret door or something, but not so much. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's the game's really neat, but I you know what it makes me want? It makes me kind of want to play some Zelda. And that's like because the combat in Zelda is normally a little more interesting. Although I will say, as much as I loved Twilight Princess, and you can all yell at me in the comments about this, game's combat got stale after a while. Just because ooh, a switch! You have to switch things. What did that do? Oh, okay, there we go.
Thought of the choices he had made so far. Rescuing a friend and then sending him to be captured. Recovering a super weapon and letting it fall into enemy hands. Risking an assault on an enemy base for military secrets. And then failing to deliver them to the rebellion.
The narrator sounds like he's kind of unhappy with my decisions so far. Oh, it's Lupino's cards with crow's feathers.
At the end of the mountain path, Renato came to a clearing. There was a campfire, raven feathers, and Lupino's lucky deck of cards.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
That wasn't good. Renato hoped Lupino would not try to cheat his captors at cards. Ravens were much better than weasels at counting, and they had a very poor sense.
It's true, ravens actually are pretty smart. They've made a couple shots at ravens in the show, and they're like super smart.
Fresh scraps of rabbit fur. Ragged and bloody, ravens would eat anything. By Grabthar's hammer! Renato screamed at the sky. I will avenge you! The rebels
We got like every anime scar possible on our character. We've got the cross on the top, the one across the eye, he's missing a chunk of ear, he's got an eye patch. It's like you really hit them all.
Maybe he could settle this without too much bloodshed. He set sail, and the Farfarer shot forward.
We shot forward, eh? Even this, like, I would like to see maybe some different backgrounds once in a while. You know, like this game is really good overall, but I'm starting to feel a little bit let down by some stuff. Maybe we'll see some new. They'll give us something new in this round.
Poor Lupino had never been a great warrior. The mad rabbit was good for a lark and a laugh. And a pint. The thought of ravens eating him made Renato furious. The way they were eating up the land.
Get that?
The way the Emperor was eating up the people with his new bloodthirsty ways. He would make them all pay.
Yeah, not gonna do that because I want to get this as soon as possible. Avenge Lupino. We don't actually know he's dead. Once again, I have a feeling I'm gonna end up being backstabbed by Lupino. Because we don't know he's dead. All we know is that his cards were missing. We know he's not playing poker. We know that much. Once again, some cool angular tricks with the camera there. I think we leveled up too. Let's get some more powers here. What do we got? We got straight up stats. Movement speed, don't care about that. Health, not really a problem. Damage, just straight up damage is always fun. Defensive slows down time after successfully countering until your next action. Why not? Let's go with that.
Always wanted to do that.
Bullet time is always a cool power, but it's always interesting to see like what kind of bullet time it's going to be, because there's always different kinds, right? Like there's the one that like slows down everybody, but there's also the one that like slows down a bubble, which is neat because it kind of implies like temporal differences. So that could be. We'll see which one this one is. I got to get a block, so we got to get a guy to attack us there. Did I get it there? No, I don't think so. Ow! I didn't even get a chance to block that one. I think that was that the slowdown? I didn't feel it there. That was, maybe that's one of those things that gets better as it powers up. Take you down. I'll zip around and follow you. You're not the only one who can teleport, buddy. style was good.
Of newly remembered knowledge. Needed to focus.
Just as I level up, I level up. Oh! World had to load in there before I started running. It was confused. I was running on nothing for a sec there. Smashy, smashy. Okay, what else we got up here? Just some more boxes? Somewhat destructible backgrounds. Did that stay up?
An auto check to make sure his sword was still working. Yep.
Yep, still working. Ooh, I wanted to... You wouldn't let me do it there. Jump to there, up to there, fight some crows. That dude had fire in his eyes. Does that mean he was a cooler dude than the other ones? That's what I think that I'm missing right now, is I want a new bad guy. Like a brute or something. Something not as easily to control as these guys. Still like the teleport though, that's still really neat. Oh hey, I can teleport through the boxes, that's kind of cool. I know there is a power I think I can eventually teleporting through guys does damage.
Imagine getting a horse up in one of these things. He will be cursing a blue streak.
Yeah, I think chasing those guys down right in the beginning of a fight is the way to go. That guy fell through the world. I wonder if he's dead or not. I think he was still...
He'd given up every objective to save his friend. He'd given up the armature,
Ooh.
the core, the gem.
Cannons. Don't get shot.
He loved Lupino, he realized. Now the rabbit was gone. A hero looks out for his friends, even when they're gone. He would send Lupino an honor guard of ravens to serve him in the halls of the valiant. He would avenge him.
Avenge a dude. Was I supposed to get on there? Oh, okay, another one's gonna come by. Grapple, 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 grapple! There you go. Where am I going? Oh, over here. Okay.
You're hooked.
Once you're trying to get hooked, alright. There's another game that uses that similar kind of, like narrating everything. Like it's a couple games have done it now, and I think that the one that's actually done it the best, in my opinion, well, not the best game, was Deadly Tower, I think is what it's called. And it's kind of, it's supposed to be like the, we might check it out one day. It's supposed to be kind of a DVD extra of like a Flash Gordon, like campy old sci-fi show that's terrible, but it's like done by this like smarmy director dude, and like just has a bunch of just great one-liners about the stuff you're doing. Like if you spin on the spot, we've gotten a couple things that are okay, but he just goes on and on about how that was a director's choice. That stuff's pretty good. You might check that out one day, just even for that one part, because it's super funny. I am looking that we can see the desert below, like we're seeing a bunch of parallax, almost like 3D parallax going on underneath. This game is doing a good job with the camera from this like high up point of view, and you wonder how far we can get down. Is that actually all gonna... Here we go. Okay, a new bad guy. Took a little bit longer than I expected. Shield grunts will block their attacks. Grab and throw, grab another grunt to knock the shield away. Alright. Okay, I remember how to grab people. It's like, yeah, like that. Okay, so we go like this. Grab him. Grab him. Try again. Okay. Ugh, there we go. Okay, so that's gonna become a thing I gotta deal with. Like that's what I was looking for. Something more to keep us from just doing this same combo over and over again. It's another series that it's that I don't know how well it would work as a Let's Play, but I've always thought that I like to play. I've been having a craving for some Devil May Cry lately, and that's a series like even DMC, like the new one that came out. I never really got into. I have it and I played it for a little bit, and I hate to think of myself as someone that is that shallow, but the fact that he didn't look like Dante really bugged me. And I know they put in all that stuff to like DMC, basically they put in like a costume to give you back like the real character, but just still didn't feel the same.
He was alive. They'd eaten
Ah.
some other rabbit. I'll save you! He shouted with joy and flung himself at the ravens. Oh, you shouldn't have, said Lapino when the last raven was down.
Maybe we really shouldn't have.
Threw his arms around his best friend. I had to come. I love you, man. You really, really shouldn't have, said Lapino. And Ronaldo felt a rather sharp pain
I was right.
as he collapsed. Lapino took the dagger out of Ronaldo's back and wiped it off on Ronaldo's
And on my sleeve and all.
Why? You always have to be the hero. Brave Ronaldo. Epic Ronaldo. Super sexy Ronaldo. And I'm sick of it. But I loved you. And you thought I was the idiot.
I don't think we once said anything about Lapino being an idiot.
Okay, that was weird. We could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there.
So,
He was fighting the Empire,
that's it.
nothing but a
That's
vision
our
into the
story.
future.
Our story is that we get stabbed in the back by our friend.
Something.
So I'm wondering if I need to pay a little closer attention to the way Matt treats me.
Something wrong with the mad rabbit. But now
Alright everybody, I think we're going to call it there, and we'll see you back. I'm not sure if we're going to pick up with this game again. We might go into something different. Maybe we'll come back to this after a couple days. There's a chance that I might actually grab and drag my wife on to do a show with us. Might play some show. We'll keep it a surprise for now, but we'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that junk, and we'll see you later.